Hey there, scrappy sisters and misters. Suzanne here today to tell you that you are enough, but you are enough could be even a little more. Yes, we're going to talk about how to turn the single page layout in the scrapbooking workshop into a double page layout. Let's get started, shall we? First of all, I wanted to point out a way that you can get this workshop. There is a bundle offered by Close to My Heart, as well as the Scrapbook Workshop. If you compare the two, the Scrapbook Workshop is $82.95 and includes the paper pack with sticker sheet, the coordinating cardstock pack, and all of those papers have gold accents on them, or most of them do, as well as this large die, butterfly die, and the sequins, the butterfly sequins, and page protectors in the workshop. On the other hand, on the bundle has all of that except for the page protectors, and additionally they throw in the scrapbooking stamp set, which costs $24.95. So you get this stamp set with its small set of dies as well as the larger butterfly dies. And you also get the PML cards. Since you actually need this stamp set to do the workshop as it is directed, this price compared to the bundle, you will save about $10. So definitely go for the bundle. That is the better deal. Also, if you happen to have a friend and you really want to save money, you could go in together and get the bundle so that you have everything. And then in addition, if you got the paper pack with the sticker sheet, as well as the coordinating cardstock and an extra set of the butterfly sequins, you would save quite a bit of money. And then maybe when you're done, one of you could split the cost, and one of you could take the stamp set with the small dies and the other could take the large butterfly dies. If I were not a maker, that's what I would be doing. I would get a friend to see if they'd be willing to do that. I'm always looking for ways to save a little money because Close to My Heart comes out with so much good stuff that we often want something from absolutely every catalog every other month, don't we? Okay, so how can You Are Enough be even more? Well, we are going to change the one-page layout, which you can see here on this side. This is a layout done pretty much as it is prescribed in the directions, except that this would also have been sangria. This would be sangria on both sides. By changing a few of the cutting directions, I have now made it into a two-page layout, and as you can see, I've used ballerina here and sangria on the outside, so we still have that nice flow all the way across. Okay, so let's get to the detailed cutting directions so that you know exactly what needs to change. Let's start on page 2. Everything there is cut just as described. When we get to page 3, we are working with this mosaic paper. As you see, that is the bottom layer here. They have you cut a 6 by 12. Well, I am telling you to cut a 5.5 by 12. So we're just taking a 1/2 inch off of that, and then you cut the other two pieces as directed. When we get to the second piece, instead of cutting these two at 4, in order to have 5.5 inches left, we need to cut these at 3.25 by 12 and 3.25 by 12. Okay, so those are the two pages up there that get a little bit changed by a little bit, and then these two here are fine just as they are. When we get to the bluebell cardstock, you're going to cut 3 more of the 3.25 by 4.25 photo mats. Okay? Not a problem. There is plenty of paper there. The rest of this page gets cut per the directions. Moving on to page 5, there are no changes here. Those all get cut as directed. Okay, when we get to page 6, there are a couple of changes. First of all, I'm going to go down to the ballerina cardstock. Here, it says you're cutting at 6.5 by 12. Well, obviously, if you do that, you're not going to be able to get 2 out of this piece of ballerina. And since we don't need the 6.5 anymore, we only need it to be 6, go ahead and cut the 2 6 by 12s from this sheet of paper. Then, if you don't have some leftover ballerina, you can get these accents by using the back of this ballerina exclusive cardstock, because it's gold, rose gold enhanced on one side, but the back is just the plain cardstock. Also from here, you will want to cut these 2 of these 1 by 10 strips. So I'm just mimicking the ones we did in Sangria in the ballerina. So you cut 2 and they're each 1 by 10. And then there is still plenty of cardstock there in order to get your accents for project 2. Alrighty, and then on the last, here again, we have a 6 by 12 on the white cardstock. Well, since we've cut down our blue mosaic to 5.5, this covers it exactly, so you can get 2 5.5 by 12s out of your white daisy cardstock. And I am sure you can find enough white daisy scrap to be able to get this small die cut and a 3 by 3 photo mat from there. Okay, so once you have done that, made those change cuts, it's pretty obvious how to lay this out. On this page, they are having you come down 6 and 6.5 inches to draw guidelines, I believe it is. Over here, I played around with it, and I think this is at 4 maybe and 4.5. I also played around with whether I wanted this top photo mat to be horizontal or vertical, but I really do like the vertical. And so I like that I ended up with 5 of these. Having a PML card here is absolutely totally optional. But I liked this particular one. You are brave. I mean, you are beautiful and brave. You sparkle. And because I still had this last sticker was still on my sticker sheet when I was done. You'll notice here I have 4 pennants, but there are only 2 on your sticker sheet. These are quite long, and I simply cut them in half and then fishtailed the other 2. And it worked out really well. And then I have added some lines here for some journaling to come. So I'm really happy with the fairly easy changes I made to this. And hopefully I went through that slowly enough that you can make all those changes yourself. If you have any questions, you can always email me. You can get that on my blog. It's SuzanneStampsAndScraps.blogspot.com. While you're there, check out the card competition I'm having with my sister-in-law, Trenna. She works for that other stamp company. And we're on a big push to get new subscribers on our YouTube channels. So we're cross-promoting each other, even though we're competitors. But, you know, family's stronger than free enterprise, isn't it? So we would appreciate it if you take a chance to look at the other's YouTube channel and blog. And we'd so appreciate if you subscribe and like us as well. Thanks again, as always, for your time and attention. I'll be back here soon with more fun scrapbooking and stamping. Bye-bye.